podcast about something where each week we dive deep into whatever it is we find interesting. I'm your host, Kalvin, and joining me, it's the Iceman Paul Wall, co-host Nick Richardson.
Man, why you gotta make me the fat guy? Why you gotta do me like that?
It's just one of the best lines in the song. So
it's the Iceman Paul Wall. Yeah, I mean, his
your mouth
voice
gleaming
is
something like a disco ball.
so killer.
Also,
those
he's
Texas
the only
rappers.
white guy, so
Yeah,
you gotta be the white guy.
you know he's got the baddest flow in the goddamn joint if he's the only white dude.
You know, I kind of actually like his verse on this song better than the other, but we'll get into it. We're talking Grillz by Nelly, not Nelly Diddy Murphy Lee, Nelly, Paul Wall, Gipp and Ali, and Jermaine Dupri. We're going to do one of our selective listening episodes, which is just a series we've been doing. This is going to be the final one, and we've done it sometimes. There was no set schedule, really. Just kind of pops up. Or actually, no, there will be one last one in finale week. Or finale month. So this isn't the last one. Stay tuned for another one. But there will be one more in finale month. We take a song, break it down line by line based on only our perceptions and preconceived knowledge of the song. We can't look into what the lyrics actually mean or do research on it unless we already have it in our brain. So we've already covered Hypnotized by Notorious B.I.G., Loser by Beck, The Monster Mash, and Rap God by Eminem.
You know, I re-listened to Rap Devil.
Okay.
I think
Not the same song.
MGK won that feud.
No, he didn't. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Right.
His bars are better.
Okay, well, you're fired.
He's like, okay, note to self, trash Nick in redone version
every
of
episode
pilot
of
episode.
Every episode of the new podcast will start out, hello, welcome, fuck Nick Richardson.
Yeah. Hello, welcome, fuckface. It's your co-host, Asswipe Richardson.
Just kidding. Nick
No,
is great. This has all been great. He's wrong about Rap Devil, but
it's all
we're not here
for
to talk
Kalvin.
about that.
He's like, oh, yes, fucking asshole.
We're here to talk about Grillz. Like I said, by Nelly, featuring Paul Wall, Ali and Gipp, and Jermaine Dupri.
I read that as Gimp the first time
it's Gipp.
Yeah, I figured that
Big
out.
Gipp from the Goody Mob.
Is it that tall, skinny dude?
With the afro? Yeah.
Yeah.
This says Gipp got them purples, got them yellows, got them reds. Yeah, that's him.
He's cold.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Gipp because I like Gipp. But yeah, part of the Goody Mob with CeeLo Green and some other people. Also, nice little cameo in Mystery Men. Great movie. Go watch it.
Been a minute.
Yeah, everybody should go watch Mystery Men right now. Pause this. Go watch Mystery Men. Come back. All right, thanks for coming back
to this. It's fucking Mystery Man. I'm gonna watch it again.
This song debuted on Nelly's album Sweatsuit and was officially released on November 8th, 2005. Hit several charts. Hit the U.S. mainstream top 40 at number 7. The U.S. Billboard Hot 100 got all the way up to number 1. U.S. Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs got to number 2, which is weird to me that it got all the way to number 1 on the Hot 100, but not on the Hot Hip Hop and R&B. That doesn't make sense. But what do I know?
Yeah, you don't know shit, Kalvin. I don't either.
And then again, U.S. Hot Rap Songs, it got to number 1. So I like how rap is different than R&B and hip hop.
Yeah.
But yet it also qualifies for both things at the same time. Like if you're going to make that
confusing.
distinction, you can't be on both charts.
I always just assume hip hop and rap were the same thing.
Exactly. And then R&B is the slowed down, slow jams version.
Yes, the sensual stuff.
If you're going to break out anything from this, R&B should be its own category and rap and hip hop should be the same category.
I agree 100%. We need to write these fuckers and correct this shit. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and edit this right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Editing Grillz section.
Oh, in Wikipedia?
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's not Wikipedia's fault. It's the Billboard chart's fault for having weird categories. So write a letter to Billboard.
I probably shouldn't change that. The FBI will be like, hey, you don't change none of this shit.
And it reached number 1 on the U.S. Rhythmic Billboard chart.
It's not very
Which
rhythmic.
is another thing.
Rhythm and blues. There's like no rhythm and blues in that at all.
No, not at all. Certified platinum, 1 million copies sold, over 1 million copies sold. I didn't look up the actual number. Do you have it there in front of you in Wikipedia?
I don't. It's a shame. I bet you I can find it. Keep talking.
I don't have anything to talk about. What do you think? I just have things to talk about?
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't have it either. Um, well, the next part is what is your history with this song? So what is your history with this song?
It came out at a very influential time in my life. Let's see. That would be... So I was 12 years old, and I thought this shit was hot. So hot. So I would have been in middle school when this went down, at the time when everybody's trying to impress each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I vividly remember thinking I had the ability to rock a grill. And
No,
I tried to get one.
that's a bad idea, Paul.
Dude, they had this like little, I about called it a pavilion, little kiosk in the mall. They're still there, actually. I bet they still sell $30 grills. And they looked all right, but I could never work up the courage because I knew I would have got beat up.
Grill.
Just give me the grill, guy.
This came out when I was in college. I was a freshman in college. Everybody's kind of trying to, make themselves known in their own way. Whatever. You're figuring out who you are still. But I love this song.
It's a banger.
It was a party staple, obviously, freshman party staple. It's an awesome song. Every bit of it is awesome in its own way, but also completely corny at the same time, and that's what makes it great.
I'll take it. And one of the things, I watched the music video a couple times.
I just did. Like I was literally watching it before we started recording.
Did you notice how less corny it was than most R&B or rap music videos?
Oh yeah, the video is very good. The video enhances the song more so than like if you're just riding around and it comes on the radio.
Right. I 100% agrees with you.
We're not going to do puns this whole time, are we?
Dude, I'm a dad. It's like ingrained in my DNA now.
That's true. I just had to make a fart joke on a group text because somebody said they needed gas. Had to do it.
You shit your pants?
So back, late last year when I was trying my hand at writing on the website, which all this has been deleted since then, so you can't go find it. But I wrote this whole like retrospective on Grillz, the song, for its 15th anniversary. So that was in November, but I was mostly writing in October of last year. So I've selected some of the points I made there to remake them here, because the world needs to hear it, and I took it off the site, so you can't go read it. And maybe I'll repost it along with this, but I haven't decided yet.
Well, I am the world, so let me hear it, bro.
If no one else hears it, at least Nick does.
I know. Isn't that the best?
So simply put, Grillz is a microcosm of what late 2005 to early 2006 was, and I think it needs to be explored and understood for all of the future generations to come.
It was a wild time, dude.
Yeah.
It was a wild time.
Not only was it a wild time in the world, it was a really strange time for music. Like the boy bands and girl groups of the 90s had mostly all died out, but like Lady Gaga's and Katy Perry's and like Justin Timberlake's and Beyonce's, they hadn't quite popped up yet.
Yeah, it was like the more socially acceptable rap music. Like it was a whole lot less gangster.
Rap was becoming very poppy.
Yes.
And but on top of that, it was a weird time in rap music too, because Jay-Z had retired. Eminem had retired and was dealing with addiction issues. 50 Cent had fallen all the way off after his second
100%.
album. And the time was coming for the Southern takeover to start. And you couldn't really listen to the radio without hearing some combination of T.I., Young Jeezy, Lil Wayne, and Lil Jon, and Ludacris I'll throw in there too.
They were pumping out bangers, man.
They really were. And Nelly. Nelly was all over the place at the time still too.
You heard? Homeboy was in my backyard.
So Southern rap was still kind of coming into its own there, and people were starting to recognize it for being a true force. But in the mid-2000s, it still, like, Lil Wayne wasn't the greatest rapper alive yet, right? Young Jeezy hadn't really hit the spot yet. Same with T.I. Like, he had some good songs, but it wasn't there yet. And it was a lot dominated by these silly dance songs like Lean With It, Rock With It, or Two Step, those kind of things. Or like the tracks that the only thing they had going for them was like the snaps or claps on the beat, so us white people could dance along. Things like Snap Your Fingers, Oh I Think They Like Me. Or you had this goofy like video game sample, or like Willy Wonka-esque sample. Songs like Whistle While You Twerk or Laffy Taffy.
Oh
or
my
then
God, Laffy Taffy. I haven't thought
yeah.
about that song in about 10 years.
And then the other thing you had in Southern rap was just randomly shouting out your phone number, hoping stupid kids would call it and you could charge them.
God.
Which, I mean, 281-330-8004, hit Mike Jones up on the low. I've done it. We all have.
Yeah, I remember that being like the big thing also in middle school, I believe.
Bow Wow had one of those numbers you could call in and get like a voicemail or whatever that he seemed like he was talking to you. Soulja Boy had one. Like that was the thing in the mid 2000s.
Also, in the mid 2000s, rap had gone from like hardcore lyricists over usually pretty solid beats to like the beats carry the song, and then you usually got like witty catchphrases and just
it's the Nelly style.
Yeah.
Of like I'm gonna
Wayne
make jokes
style.
over
And late Wayne style.
like a different type of beat here.
Yeah.
And Ludacris was really good at that too.
Fuck yeah, dude. Blueberry Yum Yum.
Very good song.
Yeah. Banger.
But for every great T.I. and Lil Wayne track that came out, it seemed like there were 3 of these tracks in this other realm. The Get Rich Clicks, the Cadillac Dons, D4L, Unk, all these people. They were just flooding the market for every like really actual solid song you had.
That was what was really popping off at that time too. They all put their music on I can't remember.
MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace was fucking huge. Yep. Yeah,
that's
dude,
true.
That's how a lot of them got popping.
It was so that's kind of sets the scene of the mid 2000s, and it was the perfect time for 4 artists at very, very different stages in their careers to hit us with the track that meant nothing to most people but everything to all people. Like this song felt like it came out of nowhere and was just instantly a smash.
It's a banger. Like
it is.
We were thirsty for a goddamn banger. I mean, we're still in the throes of the Iraq War, the Iraq War.
I mean, we technically still are, so it's coming to an end. But we're not here to talk about that. So we got Nelly, who's in this weird stage where he hadn't quite adapted to the future of what rap was going to be and was in the process of falling off, but wasn't quite there yet. Sweat and Suit were sold pretty well, but neither were great albums or could kind of live up to how good Country Grammar was. He also tried his hand at acting, but he's not very good at acting. We like him in The Longest Yard, but I'm not sure how much acting was involved there.
Just go out there and be Nelly.
Yeah. Then look like you're running fast. You don't actually have to run fast. You just need to look like you're running fast.
You already know he smoked everybody out there. He's probably fast as shit.
Yoked.
He's from St. Louis.
You can find him in St. Louis where the gun play. Ring all day.
I saw Nelly in St. Louis once.
Oh, yeah?
From a distance. He's shorter than I anticipated.
He's very short. So Nelly needed a big win in 2005, and for him, it was like this perfect time for a cash grab. He releases the double album Sweatsuit, made up mostly of songs that came from Sweat and Suit, but then he also threw in a few new songs, which Grillz was one of those new songs. But Sweatsuit was literally nothing but a cash grab.
I mean, it worked.
I think it worked, yeah.
Yeah, I was devastated when I left it on an airplane, back when CD players were a thing.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Left my whole CD case on there. It was like $500. I was so mad.
So then you got Paul Wall, who's kind of the new kid on the block. He'd been making music, kind of street level music for a while, had some mixtapes out there, but he needed to make a name for himself. He had released his debut album, didn't sell very well. And, being a newcomer, who's not going to take a chance to be on a track with Nelly, which is, the track is basically a side advertisement for Paul Wall's side hustle. Like, he's out there selling grills, literally. So getting on the song is only going to help that business, even if the song doesn't work that good.
I wonder if he made more money off just grills and fucking... Oh, God. Yeah, he probably made a shitload of money off that.
Probably.
Ice.
Not a very talented rapper, so I can't imagine he made that much. But
he's got a good
Paul
voice.
Wall needed the win. He's trying to put Houston area rappers really on the map. You got Slim Thug, Mike Jones, and Chamillionaire all coming up at the same time, that they're all leading this charge. And I think Grillz was something that really helped that along, more so than any of the stuff these other 3 were doing. I guess Riding Dirty kind of helped a lot.
When did that come out? Was that after Grillz?
I want to say it was 06. Yeah, like early 06.
So I feel like Grillz made Riding Dirty socially acceptable, and then you had Weird Al Yankovic adopt that shit.
With the White and Nerdy, yeah.
Yeah. And then
So
white folks are
Slim,
like, oh, shit, okay, yeah, okay.
so Who Is Mike Jones came out before Grillz, and Paul Wall was on, I think, one or two tracks there, and he had done some features with Chameleonaire as well. Him and Chameleonaire had put out like a joint album before that, or a mixtape before that. Slim Thug was always on the periphery of all these guys, and he is probably the best one out of them. And then I think, like you said, Paul Wall really, like, with Grillz, made people kind of stand up and listen to these Houston area guys for the first time since UGK was popping.
Fuck, I haven't thought about them in 10 years.
Yeah. Well, and really, like, UGK was always closer to underground than it ever was to mainstream, too.
Yeah, that's true.
So then you got Ali and Gipp, which was a new heavy air quotes power group formed by Ali, the fourth best member of the St. Lunatics, and Big Gipp, the first best member of the Goody Mob. And, you know, this was kind of their first attempt of working together as a group. So they're billed together on this song. It's Ali and Gipp. It's not Ali, Gipp, you know. So they're like a duo in this song. They had been working on a joint album that eventually released in 2007, and I think this was kind of their attempt to validate their existence together. They also had a song on the Longest Yard soundtrack, which is a low-key pretty good soundtrack.
Low-key. I mean, it's pretty good movie. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Better movie than a soundtrack, but the soundtrack's pretty good. Every Time the Beat Go.
Every Time the Beat Go.
So do we need to explain to the listeners before we get into the song what a grill actually is? Because I have a whole thing on it.
I think you should know.
All right. So this is all per Wikipedia. I pretty much copy and pasted it mostly from there to the article I wrote. So from Wikipedia, in hip-hop culture, a grill, most commonly referred to as grills or grillz, also known as fronts or golds, is a type of dental jewelry worn over the teeth. Grills are made of metal and are generally removable. And I think that's a good way to describe it.
Covered in diamonds.
I think they're a lot more than that, too, don't you? Like, it's not just metal that you put in your mouth. That's a retainer.
Basically. I mean, if you ever get punched in the mouth, they will shred their hand and your lips. Probably bust out your teeth, too.
Well, so that kind of brings me to... At the time, they were the sort of status symbol. Like, you tried to get one to show you were a cool guy. I don't think that worked in your favor, but for, like, actual celebrities...
I was cool as fuck!
For, like, actual celebrities, rappers, athletes, you know, people in the public eye, I think only the baddest of the bad motherfuckers had a grill at the time. You know, I don't think that's true anymore, but I remember in, like, 2007, 2008, Chad Ochocinco wore one in an NFL game, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. He gets hit in the head for a living, and I don't know why you'd want metal and diamonds inside your mouth.
I don't know why they rock $18,000 chains on the field. It's dumb.
That's true, too.
But I feel like after this, it went from crazy big watches and, like, just ridiculous, well, necklaces, not so much. Watches were, like, a huge thing at that time, and then it switched to mouth jewelry. Everybody had fucking grills after that. Like, Wayne,
they really did.
Oh my god.
I feel like now I don't think they're the status symbol anymore. I think like a lot of people, I see them a lot in NFL games still, people wearing them, and you know it doesn't stand out as much as it did, you know, when Chad Ochocinco was doing it back in 2007, 2008. Alvin Kamara has a really great one.
He does.
Very bright, very diamondy. Go check that out. Google Alvin Kamara grill. Yeah, if you've got a second, it's very bright. So grills can be made from many different metals, including silver, gold, and platinum, and can have diamonds and gems encrusted in them. They began their rise to prominence in the 1980s in New York City. Eddie Pleen is most often credited with bringing the trend to New York and later moved to Atlanta and started outfitting rappers such as Ludacris, Outkast, and Lil Jon with grills. The trend continued to spread throughout the southern U.S., where it reached critical mass in Atlanta, Memphis, and Houston. Southern rap fueled the rise of grills as an accessory, and it all culminated in the 2005 smash hit by Nelly, Paul Wall, and Ali and Gipp. So there you go.
I gotta say, man, his grill is fantastic. It's not so cumbersome. Like,
are you on Alvin Kamara or Eddie Pleen?
On Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks chic. Fuck, man, there was a while there where it was like having 30 pounds on your face.
Yeah.
They just
that's because you paid $30 for your grill. It's probably literally iron.
I mean, probably. If I would have had it in my mouth for more than 15 minutes, I would have gotten tetanus.
Stainless steel in there.
Yeah, aluminum. Aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
All right,
weird.
so
It's
let's...
aluminum. The fuck, all you English folks.
Let's jump into the lyrical breakdown. We're just going to go back and forth. You'll read one, give your interpretation. I'll clarify anything I think I thought differently, and then I'll read the next one, give my interpretation, and you can clarify anything you think you thought differently. And that's how we'll do this. You want first or second?
I'm going to call second.
All right.
I'm going to go on record to say Brandy Williams is fine.
If that's her in the video, then I 100% agree. But it's not always the person in the video.
She's the one singing like the backup vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Grillz.
Got 30 down at the bottom, 30 more at the top. All invisible set little ice cube blocks. So first of all, Nelly's got way too many teeth in his mouth. You can't have 30 teeth on the bottom and 30 at the top. That's not how that shit works. Maximum, you should have 16 on top and 16 on the bottom. You need to go see a dentist. You're probably a shark.
Just pops his grill out. It's like,
What the hell?
Looks like the Violator from Spawn.
Or what's the girl in Mortal Kombat? Katana. That's what he's got going on.
No,
Melina.
Melina, that's it. Yeah,
Melina. Sorry, Mortal Kombat heads. I get those two confused.
Get over here.
So with his abundant teeth, he has them adorned with clear jewels so they look like ice cubes. Pretty simple.
See, I didn't really get this line, honestly. Like, I get the ice cube blocks. It's ice, little ice blocks for teeth.
So I think it means
Why would
like
it be all invisible though?
I think the invisible set is like you can't see the
Individual
gaps. No,
makes sense.
like maybe it looks like one big diamond or there's no gap. Like he's got Invisalign under him kind of thing going on. That's kind of how I took it. So each one looks like each diamond is separated and it looks like it's just like an ice cube floating there. That's my thought on it.
That's fair.
That's what I would take as invisible set.
I'm gonna go with that.
Because like if you're looking at Alvin Kamara still, he's got like gold in between each tooth. So I'm thinking there's just clear between each tooth.
It's just literally straight diamonds.
Is it?
No, I'm saying like.
Oh yeah.
To your point.
Yeah. Okay.
If I could call it a drink, call it a smile on the rocks. This line is cold
Good
as
line.
fuck. Great line. It's one of the better lines in this song. And
it might be Nelly's best.
It's definitely heightened by the music video too, but it goes back to his last line, and smile on the rocks like a drink, like an alcoholic beverage on the rocks with ice cubes in it. And he's just saying, if you call it a drink, there you go. He's making it for the layman, so we can understand.
I've got to go on record here saying Nelly has the weakest verse on this song.
Nelly's not very great, dude. He's catchy.
Yeah, he's catchy and he can throw a good joke out there.
Yeah.
But he's definitely not a lyricist. There is some on Country Grammar. There's some better stuff, but he was more of a jokester rapper than their lyricist ever.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I could call out a price, let's say I call out a lot. So if Nelly's bidding on his teeth on the Price is Right here, he wouldn't know what price to yell out. He'd just say, yo, that shit's expensive.
I'm illiterate, son, so a lot. I'm betting a lot. I mean, yeah. If I could call out a price.
That's Nick Richardson that said Nelly is illiterate, not Kalvin. That's Nick.
They know my voice.
Clear that out.
I fucking said it. Nick Richardson.
Nelly comes after us. I want him to kick your ass.
I'm not far from you, Nelly. I'm only an hour and 27 minutes away.
Saw you at the mall in St. Louis one time.
Nah, he was getting into a vehicle, and my buddy was just like, holy shit, that's fucking Nelly. And I looked over and I'm like, where? I don't see him. And I legitimately thought it was a little boy from a distance. And I started looking harder, and it was like, oh shit, that is Nelly.
Were the rest of the St. Lunatics with him? Because they've got some height in the St. Lunatics. I think Kiwan's pretty tall, and Slowdown I think is pretty tall.
No, they had a couple dudes dressed in black holding the door and just posting up, keeping an eye out on people.
Of course,
It's really low key.
I've also only seen the St. Lunatics in music videos where they're with Nelly, so everybody looks tall compared to him.
Yeah, no shit. He could have played Samwise Gamgee.
Oh shit.
Dang.
That's what I want to see. St. Lunatics version of Lord of the Rings.
That would be bussin'. I would be down with that. That'd be fucking
It would
awesome.
be so bad, but so
That'd be
awesome.
so great.
Make it
I'm
happen,
doing
Nelly.
this
I know you're
for my
listening.
community.
You're not doing anything right now.
Literally. Nothing.
It's your turn.
I got like platinum and white rose, traditional gold. I'm changing grills every day like Jay changed clothes. So who's Jay?
JC.
That's kind of what I thought.
So on the Black Album in 2003, there was a song called Change Clothes, Jay-Z featuring Pharrell, where like the whole song is about how having enough outfits to change clothes all day is the pinnacle of being cool. I'm not sure Jay-Z knows what being cool is like.
I remember it was back in the day, it was never wear a white tee twice. It's like I remember MTV Cribs, this rapper like pulls out a drawer, all white tees. Another, all white tees. Third drawer, all fucking white tees.
I just want to go on record with, I don't think Jay-Z is probably a very cool person. Like, he's very successful and very good at everything he does. I don't think he's ever been like the coolest dude in his friend group.
Probably not. I got like platinum and white rose, so he's got variety of grills. So not only does he have an average of $30,000 in his mouth, he's probably got multiples of them. Changes them every day. Every day. Every fucking day.
Every day.
You don't want them to get gross. You know, they need a full day to sit in disinfectant. And
I had Invisaligns for a year. Those things get gross real quick.
I fucking bet, dude. But you chug mouthwash a lot.
Yeah, and I got like some denture cleaner that I'd soak them in every other night. Yeah.
What are you, 100?
Worked. I mean, it kept them clean.
I'm just being a prick.
I also like this is one of the things that Nelly does really well, and that's like referencing other rappers and their songs within his songs, but not calling them out or dissing them in any way, just like kind of shouting them out and referring back, making jokes off of names of their songs or lines that they've dropped, and he does it here again.
It's like, I want to be like you, bro, Jay. Well, I mean, this is the way they write these lines, or you know, the way they enunciate these stanzas, if you will, is perfect for Nelly's style of rapping. He's like, just his kind of, I wouldn't say he has a southern drawl. He's got a bit of a twang almost. You know, some folks
he's got that country grammar.
Right, there you go. That really lends itself to these lines.
Yeah. I might be grilled out nicely.
Oh.
There you go. In my white tee.
Oh.
Or on South Beach.
Oh.
In my wife beat. You caught me off guard with that one. So he's wearing his grill no matter where he is and no matter what type of white shirt he has on. And I just feel like white tees and white beaters aren't really that sartorialistically different. So why does he make the comparison here? Like, white tees and white beaters might as well be the same thing.
Dude, Nelly wears 3 things. White tees, wife beats, and nothing.
And a baseball jersey over the white tee or white beater.
Or Rams jersey.
That's true. But why are you not highlighting 2 completely different styles? Like, why is it white tee and white beaters? Like, I know, Nelly, I've seen you wear different shirts.
I think it's
literally take the shirt off.
About the climate. You know, he's grilled out nicely in his white tee, his hometown.
In St. Louis, he's got the white tee. Yeah.
Right. In South Beach, it's hot, man. He needs his wife beat.
Yeah. All right. Makes sense.
His white tank top.
But his grill always looks nice no matter what. That's really the point here.
No matter what. VVS studded. You can tell when they cut it. You see, my grandmama hate it, but my little mama love it. So I don't know what VVS studded means.
I think it's a high-end jewelry purveyor.
Okay, so it's
like
built
VVS.
Custom. Yes, I get that. Okay, so built custom by this certain high-end jewelry purveyor. And you can tell when they cut it, when they go to cut the diamonds, they're so clean, so beautiful, so icy. And his grandma hates it because he's got, you know, the equivalent of what she bought her house for in 1976 in his fucking mouth. But his little mama's like, dang, I can get hella child support payments out of you. Pawn that shit tomorrow, son. Bet.
Ladies love cool grills.
They're like, dang, he got money.
Yeah. I really wanted to make a Larry Johnson joke here because he was Grandmama back in the 90s, but it just didn't happen. Like I couldn't get the verbiage right on it. It's too bad.
It's too bad.
But yeah, I mean this isn't a very difficult line to see. His family, they don't like his grills, but that doesn't matter because ladies love it.
I'm sure it's just his grandma, even though he's probably
That's
taking
true.
care of her like crazy. She's like,
He's probably got a cousin that really likes it.
Probably. It's like, when was the last time you went to church? Nelly? I don't know his real name, but
Cornell Haynes.
you said that so matter. Cornell Haynes.
Oh, that's a
I went to
corny-ass
Cornell.
name. I want to make sure you heard it. Because when I open up your mouth, you grow gleaming. I stay low from the chiefin'.
I did not get that as a kid. Had no idea.
I mean, I did because I was in college. I understood everything at that point.
You're just
like,
I thought he was a big fan of the Chiefs.
His grill is very nice. It gleams in the sunlight, very bright again. Even though he can barely open his eyes because he's smoked so much fucking weed.
That's why he's smiling at everybody. He's like,
that's true.
Eyes closed. Poor bastard. Say what? I got a grill they call penny candy. You know what that means. It looked like now and later's gumdrops. Jelly beans! He gets fucking into that shit when he says it. It's like, dude, no.
He gets like
just...
the Pimp Juice voice on when he gets there.
Jelly beans! I feel like he's channeling his inner Marshawn Lynch right there. He just doesn't mention Skittles because he doesn't want to get trademarked. But, I mean, I got a grill they call penny candy. I think some people... Oh, okay. So the grab bag of just random candies. What he means by that is Fruities. Guaranteed. Yeah. I got a grill they call penny candy. That's fucking Fruities, dude. I remember
like the Tootsie Rolls, right?
Basically,
the
yeah.
Fruit flavored Tootsie Roll. Yeah, we used to go to the convenience store and get just gobs of those with our leftover lunch money.
Oh, dude, I remember eating a whole bag of grape fucking Fruities, and my shit was green like jelly beans. But so yeah, he just starts dropping candy because I don't know why he needs to elaborate a little harder.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like
he's saying the same shit.
I mean, you got to fill the song would be the point. Literally, the whole song is just saying the same shit over and over again. So at some point, you just have to pad that out. But yeah, it seems like almost every one of his 60 teeth in his mouth is embellished by a different color or style of jewel within his many, many grills.
Or Bernie Bot's every flavored bean.
Ooh.
I bet this is the only rap song that's ever had the phrase jelly beans in it.
I will guarantee it's not. I bet Laffy Taffy has it in there. Do you know how many bad Southern rap dance songs there were that probably reference candy? I'm going to say it's in at least 6 songs.
There's literally, we found 180 lyrics, 34 artists, and 47 albums talking about jelly beans.
A list of lyrics, artists, and songs that contain the term jelly bean. That's what I need.
Nut. Jelly beans.
180 lyrics, 34 artists, 47 albums. Is that what you said?
Yes.
So 180 lyrics. So I was way off with 6, but you were more off with 1.
With 1. Idiot!
I would have won the prices right there.
Yeah, probably.
If I would have called out a price on jelly beans and songs, I would have called out a lot.
You know what, Kalvin? You win every day.
I wouldn't leave it for nothing. Only a crazy man would. So if you catch me in your city, somewhere out in your hood, just say... So, Nick, first of all, before we get to the breakdown of this, when you saw Nelly in your city, why didn't you just say, smile for me, Dad?
Hey, smile for me, Dad.
He asked you to.
I value my life, and I had no business being there. Doing what I was doing. That would be one of the funniest things. That would be one of the greatest things ever if just walking down the street you go, Nelly, smile for me, Dad. Guarantee this is how it would play out. He'd come running up on me out of his goddamn
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Yeah. What the fuck you said to me? God damn it. He'd rip his fucking Band-Aid off. He's like, look at me. I didn't even flinch, bitch. No, he's got so damn cocky he took the Band-Aid off. That happened on Na 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 Na. The Band-Aid's gone. It's been gone since 2004. That happened on na 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 na
Na na na na na na na.
na.
Great song.
Fucking harmonize.
So I guess people are always asking Nelly to just ditch his Grillz for some reason, and he's not going to fucking do it. Never leave him.
That's the only way I stay relevant. Idiots.
But what's funny now is it's 15 and a half years later, and nobody's wearing Grillz except for Alvin Kamara and a select NFL players, and I'm pretty sure Nelly has definitely left his behind.
I'm pretty sure like Tekashi 6ix9ine wears Grillz. Like ridiculous ones.
I feel like Tekashi 6ix9ine got teeth implants.
He's probably got
like he's crazy like that.
Implants in his butt being in prison.
Yeah, I saw where you were going. You didn't have to spell it out for us all.
I gotta elaborate like Nelly. I'm not very good with these fucking jokes.
And
I'm not funny, Kalvin.
I wrote this note not like because I didn't know you've ever seen Nelly, so I wasn't going to bring it up. But this is what I wrote about this line. If I saw him in my city and told him to smile for me, he would punch me. So I'm on the same wavelength there. I'm not yelling out "smile for me, Dad."
What if he just totally went sorry to bother you and he's just like, you know what, buddy? I got you.
Well,
Family?
The best would be if he goes, "What you looking at?" and then smiles. Like that's what I want to see. If you tell me to say "smile for me, Daddy," and you don't respond with "what you looking at," what's this all been for?
Well, I guarantee you, Kalvin, if you had huge tits and were a chick, I mean, probably respond to you in a positive manner.
Yeah, but I'm not, so punching it is for me.
Punching it is. Two sides of the same coin. Big tits or punching.
So let's move into the hook here on that note.
Do I gotta say all the hook?
Well, just the first line. I broke it up for you.
So, Brandy Williams, let me rephrase. Fine, Brandy Williams. Dang. Smile for me, Daddy.
What you looking at?
What you looking at? He's probably like, bitch, fuck up off me. What you looking at, bitch? Guarantee. All right, your turn.
Well, what does that line mean?
It means show me your grill, and by using the phrase daddy, she's implying, I probably am going to try to get with you, so be prepared.
But Nelly doesn't know what she's looking at here.
And he's like, what you looking at, you chicken head?
Let me see your grill.
Let me see my what?
Yeah, your grill. Yeah, your grill. Again, they just want to see the grills. But Nelly can't seem to understand what's going on, so they just keep repeating themselves over and over again. Nelly, really bad listener, apparently.
She says, let me see your grill. He slaps a 35-year-old Weber. He's like, yeah, there you go. Your grill. Yeah, it's your grill. It's my grill. Rob the jewelry store and tell him, make me a grill. This would take too long. This is not
not a good plan.
Yeah, not a good play. Why don't you just steal everything and then go to some like Fiverr artist and be like, hey dude, I got a shitload of diamonds. Where you at? I'm gonna fly there and you're gonna make me this dope ass grill.
Yeah, 100% not the heist movie I want to see. Paul Wall likes to, instead of just going and buying a grill, he's gonna make the jewelry store owners build his grills at gunpoint, which again, just terrible crime strategy here. Takes way too long to make a good grill, and you got to get dental impressions and shit. You're gonna get caught real quick if this is how you're going about buying your grills.
And just see Paul Wall like in a chair, mouth wide open, trying to get these freaking
gun up.
Just don't try nothing, Doc.
Press the clay in harder. You're not getting all my teeth.
Smile for me, Daddy. So like, get this fucking loser out of my chair.
Someone get smile for me, Daddy. What you looking at? I want to see your grill. You want to see my what? Your grill. Yeah, your grill. We get all that again.
Add a whole top diamonds and the bottom rose gold. I like it. Double entendre there. The bottom rose / rose,
Yeah, so that always confused me as a kid. I never knew, and I never had the energy to look it up, whether it was the bottom is the color rose gold or the bottom row is gold. And from the lyrics here, the bottom row is rose gold. But I think it's the play on both of them that you could hear it either way is what's meant there.
That shit hot.
So now we're into Paul Wall's verse. What it do,
Hell
baby?
yeah.
It's the Iceman, Paul Wall.
Yeah.
So Paul Wall, he's got so many jewels in his mouth that we need to start calling him Iceman, like from the X-Men. And ice, it's another one of those terms for diamonds, and because of the way that they shine, they look like ice. So that's what Paul Wall's going for here.
Also, he is a stone cold killer on the mic, much like the Iceman.
Is he?
Yes. He thinks he is, at least. Much like the Iceman, who was a notorious mob hitman who killed like 56 people.
Ah.
There you go.
Or
Fun
like
fact.
Ice, the bounty hunter in Arrested Development.
Dang. I prefer dog. I got my mouth looking something like a disco ball. You just gotta let people know how fucking white you are. God, loser. I mean, only white folks would be like, yeah, I got a
I've got a disco ball in my mouth.
You're right. Okay, let me just say this. I'm gonna throw it out there. Only ever seen white folks with a disco ball in the rearview mirror of their car.
Creed
and
has
I hate
one.
it. There you go. I mean, there you go. It's fact now.
If Creed's doing it, it's definitely a white guy thing.
It's gotta be. I mean, Creed's pretty hip, but he's like one of the hippest white dudes on earth.
I got the diamonds and the ice all hands set. I might cause a cold front if I take a deep breath.
Already.
It breathes.
That's terrible CGI.
Yeah.
It's like if you just chewed gum and then like took a drink of something. I like that though. It's a good line.
Yeah, it's a good line. It's one of his better ones. I think line for line, Paul Wall has the best verse, but the best flow I think is Ollie and Gipp. Like, if that makes sense. So like when you're breaking it down, really like figuring out the jokes, I think Paul Wall's got it. But when you're listening to the song, Ollie and Gipp just flows better.
They also are more entertaining to watch on the music video.
That's very fair. But so Paul Wall's grill is made very carefully by hand at gunpoint, apparently, because he likes to rob the jewelry store.
Don't fucking move.
And again, his mouth is so cold from all the ice that he can literally cause cold fronts in the weather just by breathing. Which, good for you, Paul Wall.
I bet he's great getting his toddler to eat hot food. So let me just go ahead and blow my ice on it.
He probably also like makes rain in the hot Houston sun. He's probably out there making rain in front of his mouth all the time.
What a baller.
That would be pretty sweet.
He's just changing climates out in this my teeth gleaming like I'm chewing on aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil. The way he says aluminum
foil.
foil, it's just like aluminum foil.
He's trying so hard to put aluminum in there. He's like, man, that's badass. I'm fucking putting that in there.
So
it's fucking dope, baby.
Finish it off here.
Smiling, showing off my diamonds, sipping on some potent oil. What is he drinking? What is he drinking,
Same question.
dude? I could see smoking on some potent oil, like hash oil or some
Or
shit.
gas. Yeah, like people call weed gas sometimes. Like I get that.
I've never heard that phrase in my life. But you don't sip on weed, dude. Sip it on some potent oil. What are you talking about? Oh, I bet you I know.
T.I.'s got a whole song called Jet Fuel that's about smoking weed. So like jet fuel is a kind of gas.
But I bet you potent oil is probably Remy Martin, because that looks ridiculously close to the color of oil.
All right, maybe. It's something thick, and I don't know if I want to partake with him. I agree with you there.
Probably a smoothie.
I also just it might be a smoothie.
In that hot Houston sun, he's like, man, give me a goddamn ice smoothie right now. This
Sprinkle some crack in it. Let's get out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I like how he somehow manages to rhyme aluminum foil with potent oil. None of those words rhyme.
It's so bad, dude. I remember putting Take 5 wrappers in my mouth, thinking I was hard and had some sweet ass grills. Thanks, Paul Wall. That shit hurt.
So yeah, he gets them chewing on aluminum foil and sipping on some potent oil. That's how he rhymes those words. They don't make sense.
Aluminum foil. Some potent oil.
I put my money where my mouth is and bought a grill, 20 carats, 30 stacks. Let him know I'm so for real.
For real.
Paul Wall, he's gonna tell you exactly how much he pays for his grills, but that's because he's robbing them at gunpoint.
This shit was $3.99. Psych.
T-shirt
Stole
idea.
this shit.
Paul Wall in a dental chair with a gun at a dentist getting dental impressions.
Dude, that's a perfect meme.
Yeah. Don't know how to make it happen, but
Trademark TM.
yeah, somebody with Photoshop skills, hit me up. We'll put it on a T-shirt.
I feel like he's looking at this like a fucking investment. Like someone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, dog, let me get that grill," and just slaps it right in their mouth.
Tell him, just on the shirt it says "Rob the jewelry store." Tell him, make me a grill.
It's just Paul Wall, like now when he's 40 pounds overweight, and even balder.
So he's got 20 carats in his grill, spent 30 stacks on it, so everyone knows he's for real. But I'm just thinking, like, maybe he shouldn't spend so much money on grills. I feel like that money that he spent on grills would be really helpful to him right about now. I can't imagine the grills money is still paying dividends.
Dude, if he would have just saved that cash and invested in the housing market, then...
Bitcoin was
dude.
popping off then.
No, that was too early for Bitcoin. Bitcoin was like 5 years
yeah,
later.
it was like 08 Bitcoin started popping. Like that's when Bitcoin first went on sale, because I remember I looked into it when I was still in college, and I was like, that seems like a lot of work and an expensive computer, because you couldn't just like buy it like you can now. You had to actually have a computer that could mine it at the time.
Yeah, or buy from exchanges.
Right, but those weren't as prominent as they are now.
No, it was like Romanian or some bullshit.
My motivation... Oh, no, this one's here. Sorry. I did the last one.
My motivation is from 30 pointers. VVS. The frontage in my mouth simply symbolize success.
That's right.
So, 30 pointers, just another phrase for 30 grand.
Oh, okay.
Like a 30-point buck, my motivation, that's what I'm out here. I'm hunting. VVS, once again, they must have paid them or some shit to get two shout-outs in one song.
It might have been like the brand he uses in his shop, like, because he owned a Grillz store.
If he didn't, he was a dumb motherfucker.
No, he definitely did.
He definitely 100% did. But the frontage in his mouth, it symbolizes... I mean, yeah, he's got 30 racks in his fucking face. If you can just...
Racks on racks on racks.
If you can put 30 racks in your fucking face, I would assume you're successful. If you weren't, I think you're an idiot. It's like, man, you gotta buy groceries and shit. Like... kids' clothes, you can't be putting all that in your mouth. Where's your 401k, dog?
This brings me to my main point of contention with this song here. I agree it makes him look like he has expendable money, because it definitely does, but I'm not sure that having multiple grills should be held up as this pinnacle of success that Paul Wall does. Which brings me to the question, what singular item that someone could purchase, in your mind, would symbolize quote-unquote success? Not like some weird thing that only Elon Musk is going out there and buying just to prove he can, but something that's mostly tangible that all people who have reached a certain standing in their life and a certain point of success should have.
Secluded land.
Okay. So like
or
that,
an island.
Maybe a better way to refer to it is like, if tomorrow you wake up and you're all of a sudden in the top 1%, what is the thing you buy that makes you think, okay, this is real now?
Secluded land. Prime scenery. Like, I would probably go to the mountains somewhere and just buy a shitload of property. Like, that's real fucking money.
Mansion somewhere in Wisconsin?
No, I'd probably buy a part of a national forest. Like, that's kind of what I mean. I'm not being very...
Private island somewhere, something like that, yeah.
No, I'd go to the National Parks Association and just be like, hey, I'm going to buy some of this land.
I feel like you're not allowed to do that.
I'm sure with enough money you could probably do that.
Well, that's very true. You'd probably have to sign some things to preserve the land and all that bullshit.
Totally game for that. I'll go all solar, but people don't come here. That's the deal. I want bears patrolling my property.
Beats and Battlestar Galactica.
And Nelly out front with 30 racks in his face.
Racks on racks on racks. I think it's so a private land, private island, a secluded land. I think you're on the right track. I think also like a private plane, like a really nice one, not just like a puddle jumper kind of thing.
Yeah, a little private jet.
Yeah. Or a big enough stake in a sports franchise where you actually have some cachet to make an impact, or if not an entire sports franchise, you know.
Some startup.
Yeah. And so I think the difference there is evident. No one's ever going to call Paul Wall one of the most successful rappers ever, but he's probably in the 99th percentile if you're looking at number of grills per rapper. Like, he's way up there.
I mean, you got to make it somehow.
But I think if we look at some of the most successful, like actually successful rappers of all time, and that means like best selling and popular, not best rappers. You got Jay-Z out there who has owned parts of different NBA franchises and now an entire sports agency. Most likely has a private plane, not a private plant. I'm sure he has a private plant too.
Dude, his house is worth like $93 million.
A lot of that's Beyonce money though.
Because
remember, Jay-Z is probably corny AF.
I mean, yeah. Do you think he's a cuck? Bet.
I have no idea. I don't think we should have that conversation right now.
Bet.
I
Beyonce,
think Nelly,
shout out at me. I love you.
I think Nelly, he's held ownership in sports franchises. I would say he's one of the more successful rappers just from a popularity standpoint and album sales standpoint. Ludacris owns a plane. Eminem owns a plane. He could probably buy into a sports franchise at any moment if he wanted to, or if anyone in Detroit wanted to sell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, surprised he hasn't tried to buy the Lions, but they're shit.
Well, the Lions have had the same ownership group for a long time, and it's like the Ford family or whoever owns it, so they're definitely not selling. But like the Pistons, are you telling me he can't own some of the Pistons?
The Red Wings?
Bow Wow's out there pretending he owns a private plane, so that's kind of something.
Little dickhead.
But I don't think the number of grills you have necessarily equates to actual success. I think you got to have more than that.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay, we're on the same page there.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Objectively, yes.
I got the wristwear and neckwear that's captivating, but it's my smile that's got these onlookers spectating.
Oh, I thought of something from the last line though.
Okay.
Symbolizing success. If he ever goes to jail, he's got bail money right there.
That's
Boom.
true. On him at all times.
There you go. And you could probably be like, man, I want your car right now. I'm trying to get away from the cops. Here's a $30,000 grill. It's like a 94.
So it's got like his saliva and shit on it. I don't know that I'd take that as payment.
If he handed me I don't know, I'd try to see if it was real first. Be like, hold up right
here.
You
got a napkin
get a diamond
or something
tester.
I could hold this in?
Yeah, this is gross. Corona,
Paper
bro.
bag.
Slap him.
I got the wristwear and neckwear that's captivating, but it's my smile that's got these onlookers spectating. His necklaces and bracelets, they catch people's eye, but it's his smile that keeps everyone just gawking at Paul Wall all the time.
Probably all thinking the same thing. Like, dude, I bet your breath stinks like shit, and your mouth is funky.
It's icy,
buddy. It's icy. That ain't helping with the hot breath, bro.
It's just making it more moist in there. Really, is what it's doing.
Man, that pun was on point. Like jelly beans. I'm having too much fun with this.
It's a fun song.
Oh yeah. My mouthpiece simply certified a total package. Open up my mouth and you see more carrots than a salad.
Come on.
Dumb. This line is dumb.
It's not good.
His mouthpiece is certified as the total package, as in it's gold, diamonds, probably a little silver, platinum. It's all the essential, it's all the essential bullion that you would ever need in the event of an apocalyptic disaster. And he doesn't eat salad. If you look at him, you can tell.
No one wants carrots in a salad.
So he sees more carrots in salads than are really there. And when he opens his mouth, he's just reminded of that, and he's like, "Oh, give me the McChicken. Fuck those salads."
I like the comparison of diamond carrots to carrots in a salad, but I don't like having carrots. Line. Yeah, I don't like having carrots in a salad either. Like, I like carrots. It's probably my favorite vegetable. I just don't think it fits well in a salad.
I just don't eat salad or carrots.
There you go. Well, that's something.
Yeah.
My teeth are mind-blowing, giving everybody chills. Call me George Foreman, because I'm selling everybody grills. Best line in the song.
Yeah. Little redemption here for Paul Wall.
his grill is so icy that it makes other people cold, and like I said, he runs his own grill store, at least he did at the time, so he's literally selling grills like George Foreman used to sell the fat eliminating grills, which, man, the 90s were a weird time.
I fucking love George Foreman grills. I mean, I ate dinner
Really?
off of George Foreman. Yeah, dude. My parents cooked chicken off of George Foreman grill at least 3 times a week.
Chicken on the George Foreman grill was very good. And so just
juicy.
for our listeners who weren't alive during the 90s or early 2000s, there was a time where the top selling household product was a grill that would cook out all the fat from whatever meat was on it, and it was advertised by an Xboxer who hadn't really been fully relevant for quite some time because time moved more slowly in the 90s.
And what we mean by grilled all the flavor out, I said it
I
right
said
there.
fat, yeah.
Yeah, grilled all the flavor out.
Chicken always tasted better, but any kind of meat, any other kind of meat other than chicken was just god awful.
I used to put bagels on it, and it worked out really well.
Yeah, it's almost as if the fat that was being grilled out was where all the taste within meat is stored.
Yeah, go
Weird
figure.
how that works.
Who would have thought that? Yeah.
But every fucking buddy had a George Foreman grill.
Dude, like I
Everybody
said,
had one.
we ate off a George Foreman grill 3-4 times a week, for like a year straight. After my parents got it, they thought it was the coolest shit on earth.
I mean, we definitely got one and we were using it. I don't think it was that often, but we'd have chicken breasts and we'd make hamburgers on it. The hamburgers were awful. But
I don't feel like that would cook appropriately because the heat element never got on the flesh. Oh, here we go. We're in verse 3.
It's your turn.
Verse 3 with Ali, Big Gimp, and Paul Wall again. Gipp got them yellows, got them purples, got them reds. Going back to the candy, he's got all kinds of different diamonds in his shit, looking like a rainbow. And I gotta say, in the music video, when this guy's dancing while she's trying to do his nails, that's just disrespectful. Yeah, she's like, what the fuck, dude? This is disrespectful. I'm out here making $6 an hour. Like, let's go. Give me your fucking hands.
This single line in this song will just randomly pop into my head for no reason, and I just have to finish the whole song like in my head once it does. I don't know why or how, but it's always this line. Just comes to Gipp got them purples, got them yellows, got them reds. No idea how it happens.
It reminds me of something my grandfather would say when he's like imparting life advice to me. Just the way he says it.
You know what, grandson? Gipp got them yellows, got them purples, got them reds. Go on with your life now.
Word, Grandpa. Word.
Let's bring some crack on. Let's get out of here. I think Gipp also wins the whole song because of his overall style and overall flow. Like I said, Paul Wall has the best beat for beat verse, but Ali and Gipp is the nicest to listen to. And Gipp's a big reason for that. He's just incredibly effortless, and it also, like, all the lyrics just kind of roll out of his mouth. It reminds me of on The Office when Andy tries to explain to Michael how his southern accent is wrong and says it should be like more like molasses just rolling out of your mouth on the murder episode. And like that's exactly what Big Gipp sounds like on Grillz.
It's smooth.
Yeah.
It's
and
smooth.
Andy's right when he tells Michael that.
Yeah.
And Gipp knows what's up.
Give me 10 minutes to talk to my grandpa, and I'll come back on this podcast with the best southern accent.
Gipp got them yellows, got them purples, got them reds is all he's going to tell you.
You get my old Okie accent out here.
Lights gonna hit it, make it woozy in your head. When the lights hit his smile just right, it's going to make other people woozy. It's going to blind them, disorient them a bit.
It's like a flashbang going on in your face. It's not
exactly what it is.
Your eyes start sizzling. You need special glasses. It's fucked up.
Yep, that's what's going on with Big Gipp's mouth.
He's just like, oh, hey, baby, what's up? Ah!
I feel like this is not the best way to attract people to, like, hang out with you, or girls to hang out with you. To be like, hey, if the lights hit my smile just right, you're just going to, like, pass out. Sorry.
Yeah. So...
Are we going back to my place?
Yeah. Walks in, there's like 50 disco balls hanging up, spinning around.
Strobe lights everywhere, just trying to... He's just like dancing his head around, trying to hit the light just right with his...
It's like, what are you doing? It's like, it's a jaw exercise. I just keep my teeth exposed. It's good for them. The oxygen, it really helps your enamel. You can catch me in my Too Short drop. I don't know what this means.
My assumption that it was referring to the rapper Too Short.
You can catch me in my Too Short
like
drop.
It's a car, like a drop is a car, right? Drop top.
Or a drug deal.
Yeah, could be. And so like I was thinking that it was maybe some kind of like prominent car that Too Short had in one of his videos, and like something
Drop
that
top,
Big Gipp
yeah.
has a replica of, or something like that. That
Or
was
he
my
had it
thinking
first.
on it.
Probably like a 64 Impala. Fucking. Yeah. That's my guess.
That's the best I could come up with on that.
All right.
This one's
That's
a little
fair.
easier. Mouth got colors like a Fruit Loop box. Just a fun way to say that Big Gipp likes his grills colorful.
We fucking get it, dude. You've had 4 lines so far. 2 of them have been about the goddamn colors of the rainbow. My daughter would love this song.
I'd
Purple?
play it for her. There's no swearing.
Yeah, there really isn't. Or the N-word.
There's nothing. There's no bad words, I don't think.
Dude, it was totally made for radio.
Oh, yeah. When I told you it was a cash grab by Nelly.
Fuck yeah. It's what it do. In the Lou, Ice Grill, Country Grammar, where the hustlers move bricks and the gangsters bang hammers. So it's just, that's normal in St. Louis, and that scene is to have a fucking grill. You talk with a bit of a drawl, and that's where the hustlers move bricks of dope and other narcotics, and the gangsters bang hammers, aka guns. So it's just hood shit.
Hood shit. And we've now switched into Ali from the St. Lunatics here with these next few lines. Yeah. Where I got him, oh man, you're gonna get the best line. That sucks. Where I got him, you can spot him on the top, on the bottom. You can see all of Ali's diamonds on the top and or bottom rows of his teeth. Just really filler here to get us to the next line in the rhyme scheme.
Got a bill in my mouth like I'm Hillary Rodham. It just makes me think of Wayne. Every time I see Hillary Rodham Clinton, I think of Wayne. At first I did not get this, and then it's just like, are they calling Hillary a stripper? And she's taking some money in her mouth? Dancing on the pole? Bill Clinton's pole?
That is not what it is. I mean, it kind of is.
I get it. She wasn't Speaker of the House yet, was she?
I have no idea what she was
so.
at that time. I mean, Bill Clinton had already been president. No, because that's a Republican-led presidency in 2005.
Yes.
So yeah, Hillary Rodham Clinton now was married to Bill Clinton.
Oh, she was in the Senate for
New
York.
She was a senator, yeah. So it's assumed here by Ali that in this state of marriage to Bill Clinton, on at least one occasion, she sucked Bill Clinton's dick. She had a bill in her mouth.
That's much better than my idea of a progressive woman constructing policy for the greater good of America.
So Ali
She's sucking
here
dick, that's it.
is comparing how much money he spent on Grillz, about $1 billion, which again, just terrible waste of money here, to how much of Bill Clinton's dick Hillary has sucked, about $1 billion apparently.
She's got she's got Bill, she doesn't have Billy in there, and she's a long way from Billy Boy.
Yeah.
A whole long way from William, so that's a good line, man. That's a great line, actually.
I often come back to this line and think what would have happened if Hillary had won the presidential election in 2016. Would Grillz have made a comeback on the merits of this line alone? Would she have made it part of her walk-up music for her press conferences and speeches? Why did Trump never use it against her? Like, would it even embarrass her if he did? We're never going to know.
She'd be like, what is this garbage? She
like
made the dumb decision.
You got any bills in your mouth, Hillary? Like Ali and Gipp?
Like Ali and Gipp. Have you seen my grill? It's American made. Can you believe it? You don't like America. I'm going to stop right there. Yeah. But guarantee she would have made a dumbass decision walking up dancing with Barack Obama at her side. And she's like, yeah, I played Grillz. It's Obama's favorite.
Got a bill in my mouth like I'm Hillary Rodham, just walking up with that on.
He's just like cheesing like,
I would love it.
Hillary,
she would forever be my president if she did
hilarious.
That. I'm sorry. I'm very easy to win
in
over.
My heart. It ain't hard.
If any president wants my vote, play Grillz as your walk-up music. You've got it.
I mean, better yet, wear a grill with diamonds that make up your face on each individual tooth.
Ooh, I like that.
That's hard as fuck.
I ain't dissing nobody, but let's bring it to the light. Gipp was the first with my mouth bright white. Gipp here is claiming that he was the first with a diamond grill, and this is most likely untrue, as the history of grills that I stated earlier started out in NYC, and Big Gipp is from Atlanta, that's where the movement went next after New York City. But as we said, Mr. Eddie Pleen or somebody like that, what was his name? Let's look it up here.
A nobody. We
Eddie
all know
Pleen,
Big Gipp,
yes.
though.
I mean,
Big Gipp.
he was somebody in like the mixtape underground rap circles in New York City.
Don't matter, he ain't rapping with Nelly.
Not that you know of.
That's true.
He could have mixed some beats for Nelly.
We're gonna go back to the damaging women so they sleep with me. Yeah, these hoes can't focus. Hoes is not a good word. 'Cause they eyesight blurry. Tipping on some foes, you can see my mouth jewelry. Tipping on some faux, sipping on faux. Yeah, he's blinding them once again so he could probably do something that's not that
Getting the
great.
flashbang to go off, yep.
And they're just like, oh my god, I need to suck your dick right now. I can't see shit. He's like, alright, tight. Big Gipp. Big Gimp. Tipping on some foes, like 24-inch rims. Because, God, what were they called? Not hydraulics.
I know what you're talking about. To make the car bounce.
Yeah, what the fuck is that called? My cousin had one of them.
I don't know what to think about you and your family with grills and...
My cousin was hard AF.
Damn, what do they call it? I mean, it is hydraulics, but like there's a name for it. All right, we got to move on because it's going to bother me.
Yeah, it's going to bother the shit out of me. Okay, go ahead.
I think Big Gipp here highlights something important, that the song there's not a lot of variety of lyricism. It's basically 100 ways to say diamonds are bright, shiny, and sometimes colorful.
Yeah, and they get me hoes.
That I then blind.
Hey, look, bitch, look at my face.
I got 4 different sets. It's a fabulous thing. 1 white, 1 yellow, like fabulous chain. So Jermaine Dupri jumps in on this line along with Ali, saying that they have 4 sets of grills. 1 set is white, 1 is yellow, and the rapper Fabulous historically wore gold and diamond chains in like his videos and performances. So they're calling him out there.
So I mean, he's just got 2 sets of white, 2 of yellow. What's
next
happening?
2 sets are in the next 2 lines. I figured that out too.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I got 4 different sets. I got 120 grand easy sitting in my fucking mouthwear. Like a fabulous. They're really giving love to a lot of other rappers. Very kind, very generous. These
Shout out
fellas
rappers.
Are. Yeah, you're so kind to each other. And the other set, the same, got my name in the mold. So, yeah, he's got 2 sets of white and yellow. 2 whites, 2 yellow. And they got his name in the mold because they're made by fucking hand by VVS or whatever that company was. And, yeah. So, if anyone finds them, they'll be sure to return them to their proper owner.
To the Big Gipper, yeah.
Yes, and they're not going to steal them at all. You just find a grill that says Big Gipp and be like, well, this is going to the pawn shop.
Some random short white dude's walking around with a Gipp on his teeth.
They call me Big Gipp. They'd be like, dude, you're bald and 5'9". Like, yeah.
Had a whole top diamond and the bottom row's gold. So this time they switched up the lyrics and did the bottom row is gold. So the last of the 4 sets is the top's diamond and the bottom's gold. So it's kind of a mix and match of the fabulous sets mentioned before.
It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant.
I mean, that's Grillz. It is brilliant.
It's a piece of modern Americana, the likes of which will never be seen again.
Absolutely not. It's officially been over 15 years since Grillz first graced our stereos. And, I'm not sure that we will have another track that quite captures the culture in the same way.
Gucci Gang. That was like the closest thing I could think of.
There's a lot that I've tried. You got Swagger Like Us by T.I., Lil Wayne, and Jay-Z and Kanye West. Look at Me Now, Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, and Busta Rhymes. Countless DJ Khaled produced tracks. Those are kind of the most notable post-2005 attempts in my mind. And what did you say? Gucci Gang?
Gucci Gang.
That whole Young Money album that they put out, that was, that's up there.
That album was shit, dude. Oh my God, with Lil Scrappy.
Not Lil Scrappy, Lil Twist.
Lil Twist, that's what it was. He was fucking garbage, dude.
I don't think any are ever going to be able to live up to the hype and exuberance that we found on Grillz. It's just this perfect intersection of all four artists' career paths and kind of this essential culmination of the mid-2000s Southern rap mixed with growing chopped and screwed style that's coming out of Houston. And, like I said before, I think a lot of people would credit Grillz with bringing more prominence to the Houston scene in general. I don't know that it fully did that, but a lot of people would argue that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. At least brought some more attention.
Yeah. On a final note, if you haven't listened to Grillz in a while, please throw it on now. You're not going to be disappointed. It's so much fun. Watch the video while you're doing it. Makes it even better. I think Grillz needs to live on forever, and I hope this episode of our podcast helps it reach its inevitable immortality.
Or reignites your passion for grills and dental wear.
I don't care if you actually go get a grill like Nick does, but
get you a fucking grill. It's
listen
dope.
to the song.
Also, buy the song. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah,
Nelly needs that money.
Don't download, go out and buy the record, as Will Smith once said.
No, just go to iTunes and pay 99 cents, because that's all this song is worth.
Can we do Will Smith's Switch on Selective Listening?
Yes.
Wait a minute now. All right. Thank you to everyone for listening. The Grillz is very near and dear to my heart. It's just a fantastic song, and I'm glad I got to relive some of the things I wrote last year and bring it to the audio space here. And you can follow us on Twitter at APA something at alone_podcast. Check out everything for the new show coming up in August 2021 over at Magic 3 TV Pod on Twitter. That's for the magic number is 3 TV Podcast. And Nick's podcast, You Are All Alone, is out there. Go listen to that. Great story. Great fantasy sci-fi world going on there. Do you want to say anything about it?
I just concluded episode 8, the revisited version.
I was like, dude, weren't you on like 40 before?
Yes, 42 is in the works as we speak, and I'm going back through and redoing all my early shit episodes so you don't have to deal with that garbage.
So 42 is in the works, but 8 is done.
8 is done.
So go check that out as well. Check out those cats. They provide all of the music for a podcast about something. And again, listen to Grillz also. Maybe those cats should do a cover of Grillz just for us.
That'd be fucking
If you guys
lovely.
are listening, get working on it. I know you can do it.
Dang. You gotta stay sassy.
Stay classy.